Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Elders Boxing. Back with another one. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna recap last night's fights, and then we're gonna actually recap the first 2 weeks of November. Touch on it. You know what I'm saying? November. You know what I'm saying? Is a big month of boxing, man. There's some crazy fights and a lot of action. But before we do that, I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. You can hit me on my social media at Twitter. L does no, excuse me. That's over J at Twitter, scrolling across the bottom, and then IG L does boxing. So get that out the way. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. My man Prime in the building. What's good, bro? Salute to you. Salute. What's good with you? Storm B man in the building. Salute. All right, so we're gonna run it down. You know what I'm saying? It was a good week, good weekend of boxing, man. Like yesterday was crazy. We're gonna start with Alicia Baumgartner. So she came into this fight, kind of underrated. Really wasn't much on her. You know what I'm saying? Just maybe some undercard fights on Facebook and stuff like that that you can find on her. But she came into this fight as the underdog, facing off against Terry Harper, who is the WBC champion. And I mean, she took it to her right away. You can tell the speed and the athletic ability was evident early. You know what I'm saying? She got it kicked off with her jab. She hurt her in the second round, and she couldn't finish her then. But the third round, or was it the fourth round? I can't remember. But she hit her with a big right hand. She timed that shit perfect. She was looking for that in the fight, but it just came sooner than expected. And it was a hell of a shot. Had Terry Harper all on her feet. So that was a great knockout victory on the road, winning the world title, and this was her step up. You know what I'm saying? So salute to Alicia Baumgartner. You know what I'm saying? I want to touch on her division and the landscape. So I want to give you guys more than just what happened in the fight. We saw that highlights everywhere. But the landscape at 130, you know what I'm saying? It's the best division in women's boxing, hands down. They got a lot of good fighters. But at the top, you got Michaela Mayer, who just unified with Mavet Hamadouche, WIBF title. So she's at the top. I thought Hamadouche was number one in the division. Even though they had Terry Harper and Michaela Mayer, I thought Hamadouche had the better wins, and she was not so much the better fighter, but I thought she did more in the division at the time. So you got her. Mayer's on top rank. You know what I'm saying? She's probably the biggest star in this division. Now, with Alicia Baumgartner winning this title, now Eddie has options on her. You know what I'm saying? Terry Harper has a rematch clause, so they can do that. I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe she do, maybe she don't. But it shouldn't hold up the division. And the reason why I say that is because Eddie has the WBA champion, Min Choi. She's been world champion since 2007, 2008. Her first fight was a world title, and she a two division title. She a two division champion. You know what I'm saying? Min Choi right there at the bottom. So he has her. She signed a contract to face off against Terry Harper. Of course, Terry Harper lost. What do Eddie do? You know what I'm saying? Of course, he wanted to have his fighter or one of his fighters in the undisputed that big fight with Michaela Mayer. You know what I'm saying? So do he? If they're gonna do the rematch with Baumgartner and Terry Harper, do he make the fight with Mayer versus Choi for unification, three belt unification? Uh, Hamadouche was his fighter. He made that fight. You know what I'm saying? He had no problem making that. I think they sent Hamadouche over to the U.S. to go ahead and knock off Michaela Mayer, but that shit didn't happen. So it kind of backfired. So will he, you know what I'm saying, do the same thing and give her Min Choi? I don't know. So that's where the division get tied up. You know what I'm saying? So let's say they go through with the rematch clause, Baumgartner versus Harper 2, right? The winner gets Min Choi. So then what's left for Michaela Mayer? Who does she fight? You know what I'm saying? She's not gonna fight a unification. I have to take off names like Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. They on the collision course. They both fight in December, and then in the springtime they're going to fight. That's a big time fight. You got other ladies at 130. Like I said, it's the best division to me. Tierra Brown, that's an Olympic rival of Michaela Mayer. So maybe they revisit that fight in the pros. That's a good fight. Um, Delphine Pearson. Delphine Pearson was a top five pound for pound fighter. You know what I'm saying? She gave Kate Taylor two tough ass fights. That's a fight I like for Michaela Mayer. You know what I'm saying? If she can't get unification. So I know it sounds good. We'll say that's how we boxing fans are. Yo, we need Mayer versus Baumgartner. Yo, that's the best fight. But I gotta slow it down and make sure everybody's tracking the politics of this. I know that shit sucks, but when you understand it, then you won't have to jump the gun so much. You know what's coming, and then that way you can just chill a little bit. And when you understand the landscape of what they doing, then you'll understand it better, and you won't get so worked up over these fights that may or may not happen. So that's how I learned. That's just me taking it from myself. So that's the breakdown. That's the breakdown right there. But I'm not sure if Harper gonna actually take the rematch clause. He said, "Wow, yeah, that was a wild KO. What's good, Macadocious Mac of the South? Salute. Yeah, that KO was crazy. That was nice. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. Harper, I think she just lost her confidence. I know she was out the ring for a year. She broke her hand. And I think that played. She broke her hand twice. You know what I'm saying? She was supposed to face Humming Choi in unification. So she broke her hand. I don't think she ever gained her confidence back. I mean, they say she did, but she switched. See, I pay attention to this little small details, yo. You know what I'm saying? They said she was everything was okay, right? You know, her hand was straight. She was hitting these numbers. She looked great on the scales. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I noticed that kind of changed my mind about that was she switched her gloves. She was wearing Grant gloves. Now she wearing Venom gloves, which is known as pillows, just like the winning gloves, just a different brand. You know what I'm saying? Some other fighters wear those, like Jorge Linares and guys like Gerald Washington used to wear those gloves. They call Venom. Look like a snake on the glove. Now she's sponsored by them. Now think about it now. If her hand is 100%, no worries, no doubt. Once she go back and rock those Grant gloves or Everlast or something like that. So that right there, I'll be paying attention. Like I hear what you're saying, but the actions speak louder than words. So it is what it is. But that was a great performance by Baumgartner. I mean, she came out jabbing, hands down. She was confident. She was fluid, and that right hand was nice. So she's definitely a problem. I would love to fight with Mayer though. That'd be a big time fight, and those ladies can talk it up and sell the fight, and it'll get some of the fans that really don't follow women's boxing, get them to come on in. Welcome, y'all, come on in. You know what I'm saying? Join the party because women's boxing is crazy. We got another good fight coming up this weekend. Kelly Reese versus Jessica Kamara. So that's like a unification tournament fight at 140. So yeah, it's cracking, man. So if you guys trying to get in touch with women's boxing, feel free. I can guide you along until you guide yourself, or you just dive in deep on your own. Either way, but it's cracking. You know what I'm saying? All right. So moving on to the main event of that card, Kiko, you know what I'm saying? The old Grizzly veteran, you know what I'm saying? He came out with the 6 round knockout, you know what I'm saying, over Kid Galahad, dropped him late in the 5th round, and he never recovered from that shot. And then 6th round landed that big shot and got him up out of there. Big win for Kiko. Kiko was brought in as a basically a tune up. What's up? Boston Conversations, Reggie Owens in the building. What's good, bro? Salute. Kiko came in as a cherry pick opponent. First tile defense, you want to go home, you know what I'm saying, take your victory lap. That's what Kid Galahad tried to do. But Kiko had other plans. Now, he was losing the fight. I thought it was a pretty, standard type of performance from Kid Galahad. He was boxing on both sides of the plate, switching real fluent, jabs, a lot of, how he fight. Same way, pivoting and all that stuff. But he got caught. He got caught pulling back. Kenneth Johnson, what's good, bro? Salute. So Kiko hit him with that shot. He never recovered. And Kiko been in the ring with some of everybody: Gary Russell, Leo Santa Cruz, Frampton, Quigg. Damn, he fought everybody. He fought all those guys, and Gary Russell couldn't get none of those guys. That's crazy. But Kiko, he got the belt, 2 division champion. So of course, so this is where I like to come in. That we know about the knockout, we seen the highlights. Let's talk about what's next. You know what I'm saying? Where a lot of people won't be on something realistic, right? So of course, Eddie Hearn got the rematch clause. He got rematch clauses on everything, right? So I think Kid Galahad would take this. It's different from Terry Harper because Terry Harper was down in that fight and she didn't have a chance. Her confidence was already shot. Kid Galahad was actually doing some good stuff in the fight. You feel me? So I felt like maybe he'll take this one. You know what I'm saying? He'll take this rematch. What's up? What's up, Andre? Yeah, I think he turned it down last year, I believe. Salute. Yeah, so they got this rematch clause, so I think they'll take that. Now it's a IBF mandatory coming up. Um, December the 3rd. Isaac Lowe, that's Tyson Fury's homeboy. That's the one Tay Jones about trying to fight. He about to face off against Luis Alberto Lopez. Y'all probably if y'all remember him, he just beat up on Gabe Flores on the Oscar Valdez undercard. That strong, stocky Mexican fighter that came in, you know what I'm saying, throwing those wide shots and just bullying Gabe Flores. So he about to get an opportunity at a world title. If he win against Isaac Lowe, and that fight might be kind of dirty because both guys is rugged and rough, but we'll see. So that could be next for Kiko. If Kid Galahad don't want to, somehow he want to move up to 130 because he was struggling to make the weight, and there been some inside stuff about Kid Galahad struggling to make weight way back in like 2018. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted that world title. He fought Josh Warrington to a close fight. I thought he edged it out, and so he wanted to win that title and then he didn't look good on the scales. He missed weight the first time, came back and made it. But maybe he can't. His punch resistance is kind of crazy right now, trying to make 126. But those are the options right there. You know what I'm saying? That Lopez versus Azalo fight that's coming up real soon, December 3rd. So if let's say if Kid Galahad be like, man, listen. I'm just gonna move up to 130 and try to get a fight. Because also, look, there's another thing, another option. So at 130, they got a vacant title situation going on, right? But it's about to get fulfilled on the Teofimo Lopez and Cambosa's undercard. You got Ogawa versus Fuzili for the vacant IBF 130 title. Eddie Hearn got options on that. He got options on the winner. You feel me? So Kid Galahad, if he can't make 130, I can see maybe he get an opportunity at that title at 130. Or I mean then Eddie got one of his guys fighting the IBL title eliminator. Um and what's his name? Zephyr Barrett. He's facing a guy named Bruno Torremo, something like that. They fighting on the Derek Chisora Parker undercard, December 18th. So Eddie got that shit on lock. So Kid Galahad will have some options. You know what I'm saying? Even coming off a loss. You know what I'm saying? If he can get in that 130 mix, if he can't make 26, he fit in right there because Eddie got the IBF on lock for a couple of fights, or he can come right back to Kiko and then get it popping like that. So yeah, we gotta break down these options. I know when we gotta make sure. Well, for me myself, I gotta make sure I know what's next. That's the first thing I ask. I go figure out what's next. You know what I'm saying? And I know it sounds good. Let Kiko run it back with Gary Russell. You know what I'm saying? We ain't seen Gary Russell in almost 2 years. Let him unify with Navarrete. Nah, that sounds good, but we gotta look at the politics. I know that shit it mess up the game. It do mess up the game, but that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather stay informed than what's going on that's messing up the game instead of not knowing the game at all. You feel me? So that's why I come in it. He said Kid Galahad was backing straight up. Yeah, he was. Yeah. Bruce goes in the building. Salute. Salute to you, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Calling local sports in the building. Salute. So yeah, that's what it is. So good shit from Kiko though, for sure. Cause ain't nobody pick him. All right, I'm gonna touch on a couple of fighters on the Golden Boy card that impressed me last night. Williams Zepeda fights at 135 pounds. He put on a nice performance over John Moralde, fourth round knockout. I mean, this kid, he coming. Southpaw, I forget his record. I think he like 24 and 0, 22 knockouts, some crazy record. But he invests in the body. You know what I'm saying? He's strong, got a nice right hook. He can jab, he do his jab and all that shit. He's very, very aggressive. You know what I'm saying? So since he's with Golden Boy, I mean, he got a couple of options. You know what I'm saying? I think if Ryan Garcia coming back, he supposed to come back in February. I don't think he want to fight this kid. This being 100, you know what I'm saying? Not coming back. You know what I'm saying? This kid right here is ready. I mean, he's one of those dark horses to me because he's tough, he's strong, he's sturdy. He got some good rounds in with Sabrina Matisse, the 140 killer. So you know what I'm saying, he ready, you know what I'm saying? And he young, strong. He fought on Ring City when they had their series popping. Then he beat Hector Tanahala in July. That was the fight where he was the underdog. And then last night, he just looked good, man. So he got a little WA regional title, so maybe he move up in the rankings. I like a fight with him and Jorge Linares. That's a good fight. That'd be a good fight for this stage of his career. But not sure if Jorge Linares actually with Golden Boy no more. I think he left them. Uh, Mauricio Gesta, the Filipino fighter, he challenged for a world title a couple times. That might be a good fight for him. Uh, I'm just searching for names, but this kid right here, he coming. I like him. He unassuming. You know what I'm saying? He just bite down, blue collar, and do his job. I like him. So Williams Zepeda, look out for him. I like that guy. All right, to the next one. This is another guy that performed real well last night. Alexis Rocher got a ninth round TKO stoppage. He came off the loss against Rashidi Ellis. He actually got fights after the fight. Rashidi Ellis didn't get no fights. That's another story. That's crazy. But I think he about to get out that contract. But he looked good though, real solid, up and down, going to the body. You know what I'm saying? He had a nice jab going. He was breaking the kid down. The kid was tough, taking a lot of punches. I think his name was like Barraza, something like that. But Alexis Rocha looked good, man. So he's one of those guys in welterweight, young guy, took a loss, bounced back. You know what I'm saying? Decent type of fighter. Maybe he can make some good fights at the bottom half of the welterweight division. I heard talks about him and Maurice Hooker. You know what I'm saying? Golden Boy still have a one fight option on him. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's a fight they make. That'd be a decent fight too. But yeah, he looked good, man. If y'all have an opportunity to go back and watch him, check him out. He improving after the loss. When people they scared to lose and shit like that, he's proof that hey, I can take an L and bounce right back. So yeah, I like the performance by him. And the main event, man, this is a hell of a fight, man. Good fight. Gabe Rosado versus Jaime Munguia. I mean, it kind of went how I picture it. You know what I'm saying? I knew Gabe was gonna be game. He always game. Only time Gabe wasn't Gabe was against Willie Monroe. That's the only fight I seen Gabe come out looking like some other shit. But he fought well actually. You know what I'm saying? I thought Jaime's work rate, his jab. You know what I'm saying? He actually was like you can tell he improved, you know what I'm saying? He still got defensive lapses, you know what I'm saying, lapses, but offensively, he's nice, you know what I'm saying? I thought coming into the fight, breaking it down, that would be the key to victory for him. And that's what happened. But Gabe had some moments. He buzzed him a couple times. Some of those rounds was kind of tricky to score because Jaime would get off with a nice 6 punch combination, and then like at the end of the round, then Gabe, you know what I'm saying, he'll end the round strong with like maybe a 3 punch combination, whatever. So you gotta be focused. I had to be focused scoring this fight. I had an 8 rounds before my gear, but I can see, kind of wide too, because some of those rounds were swing and whatever. But yeah, that's a good fight for him. So of course we're gonna talk about what's next for Jaime McGee. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Grind Hard? Salute to you, bro. Salute. D-Lo Boxing in the building. D-Lo 404 Boxing. Salute, bro. Salute. He said maybe we could see the. Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good. That'd be a good fight. That's a good fight. Is it realistic though? That's the thing. Is it realistic? I like it though. Tevin Farmer, he ain't doing no favors for his career. I don't think Tevin Farmer would come back to a fight like that. To be keeping 100. I think he gonna come back and get his feet wet, but it surprised the hell out of me though, taking on that young strong kid. But we'll see. That's a decent matchup. So Jaime McGill, he number one in the WO and WC. He was ordered to face Derenchenko for Eliminator, but he already had this fight with Gabe already signed and wrapped up, really. So he passed on that, but he want to go back to that. So I kind of like that. Derenchenko, he got a fight coming up against Carlos Adames on Tank's undercard. That's a good ass fight right there. That made the undercard like that made me almost forget about the main event. But even though the main event gonna be fireworks, it almost made me forget about it. Because Derenchenko and Carlos Adames, that's gonna be a hell of a fight. So he can go revisit that WC eliminator. Or I think he high enough, he can just go ask for a title shot. The WC convention is next week. So You know what I'm saying? Maybe he go down there and try to push for the Charlo fight. I think he has a better opportunity to beat Charlo now than he did a couple years ago. I still like Charlo in the fight. I like his jab. I think he punched harder. I think he'll make Jaime McGee pay mistakes. When he have defensive lapses and stuff like that. I think he'll pay. He'll pay for that shit messing with Charlo. So, but I think he could give him a decent bump though, because I think he improved with Eric Morales. So yeah, I'm not mad at that fight. Or he can go to Andre. Now the fight last night was they had a WO title on the line, international some shit. It makes him number one. You know what I'm saying? He on the same schedule as Andre. They both found the zone. Andre is fighting a Golden Boy fighter. That fight was made, no problem. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they working something out where, you know what I'm saying, they can make the Jaime McGill fight. That'd be a big fight for the division. You know what I'm saying? That division need a big fight because the champions not fighting each other until, December. We got Triple G in Murata. But you know what I'm saying? Charlo and Andre should fight. That should be the no brainer fight, but y'all know how this shit is. He said, "Who you think Jaime got better chance against?" Actually, I think he got a better chance against Demetrius Andrade, just because Demetrius Andrade have defensive lapses too in fights. Sometimes he get winded. You know what I'm saying? Charlo is more consistent with his work, even though he can get touched up too, but he more consistent with it, and he'll make you pay. Like he kind of methodical with his shit with the jab. If 'cause I think both guys is tough matchups, but the one I would favor more is Boo Boo because his defensive lap. So I just make it like that. But both of those fights tough. I favor both of those guys over my gear though, to be honest. But we'll see though. You know what I'm saying? That was a good fun fight though. You know what I'm saying? Gabe, he can come back too. You know what I'm saying? Not sure where Gabe where he want to fit in at 60. He can, what I'm saying, he can fit in at 60. I'm not sure if he want to be somebody's opponent or some shit. I mean, I got a fight that may be realistic for him and under the radar, but you know how I do. So Gabe, he works with Golden Boy and stuff like that, and I think he can fluctuate. So a fight for him that I see this can probably can happen is against Kovalev at 75. Why I say Kovalev? I know Kovalev coming off that PED suspension or whatever. He got busted for PEDs in January. He supposed to face Bake the Bully, right? So the reason why I'm saying Kovalev because Kovalev still got one fight owed to him, $2.5 million off the Canelo fight. Now I'm not sure if they know they none and void that shit because he tested positive, but I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? So that's a fight I can see them giving to Gabe. You know what I'm saying? Because who Kovalev gonna fight? Who they gonna have him fight? They had him fighting Beck the Bully, but Beck the Bully he got stopped by Gabe. So if Gabe want to take that fight, he got moved up to 75. I mean, right now that's a 50-50 fight if we really looking at it. So that's a fight. That's a fight I see him taking. I mean, unless one of these younger guys want to give him an opportunity. Gabe don't turn down no fight, but you know, it getting to a point where he's going. Well, he was like a journeyman, then he came back to a contender status. Then I don't know, but he don't want to be in there with those young killers, though. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Renee? Salute, bro. Salute to you. He said, "Bro, my heart dropped when Gabe almost let." Yeah, I remember. Yeah, yeah. He almost had that shit too, bro. Oh, Gabe. Yeah, that was a good fight though. All right, moving to the Showtime card. So Dave Benavidez versus Kyron Davis. That was a good fight though. I mean, I thought Kyron came to fight short notice. I mean, he showed a lot of dog and heart. You know what I'm saying? I see what he was I see the game plan, what he was trying to do. He just wasn't active enough. You know what I'm saying? I think he could try to win some of those rounds when he was moving a lot the first couple of rounds. But like I said, I didn't think he had enough firepower to keep Benavidez up off of him, and he didn't. You know what I'm saying? But he did try. You know what I'm saying? And he got stopped late in that fight, 7th round. That was a pretty decent fight though. You know what I'm saying? He came with it though. Benavidez. What's up, J8? Salute, bro. Salute. He said Gabe versus Morrell or Jacobs in 175 rematch. I'm with that. I'm with that. Morrell got Alantez Fox next month. You know what I'm saying? No, excuse me. Dave Morrell got Alantez Fox next month, and then I don't. They got a. I think he got a mandatory. I don't know if they going the WBA gonna order Dave Morrell versus Canelo. I doubt that shit. But they have a guy from Kazakhstan named Adios Newly, some shit like that. Y'all gotta look him up. I talked about him yesterday on the show. But he won an eliminator, so maybe that's the route they're gonna go. But I can with that. But Jacob's not gonna give him no rematch though. He ain't giving him no rematch for sure. He ain't gonna do that. I'd be surprised. Cameron, but yeah, he tried. He tried. He said Canelo going to stop Benavidez sooner than Plant. Okay, we'll see. I hope they make the fight though, so your prediction can be 100. You know what I'm saying? I hope they make the fight, bro. I hope he fight him next instead of what I've been hearing. You know what I'm saying? Triple G and the other guys. So I hope so. We'll see. I know one thing though. Benavidez gonna push him, and he's not gonna be in the ring telling Canelo how good he is and trying to get validation. I know that shit. He gonna fight Canelo. You know what I'm saying? He may get stopped early, fifth round, fourth round, but those 4 rounds gonna be hell for Canelo. After saying Valdez, I'm quite convinced he would give Canelo a war. Oh, Benavidez. Yeah, I think he'll give him a good fight. You think Bumgarner wins the rematch? Yeah, I think she wins the rematch. I think she will. Andre, the rematch has to happen. I think they will make the fight. I hope so, bro. I hope so. That's a good fight. That's going. I know Canelo is. He don't really need too much validation, but beating Benavidez at 68, I think that would stamp it for sure. For sure. I would laugh at Triple G mess around and get beat. He may get beat, be out the ring for a year. Uh, not the same. He still can punch. You know what I'm saying? Murata been out the ring longer than him though. He been out the ring for a long ass time too. So I don't know. I like Triple G in that fight. He said Caleb Plant was looking. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Benavidez not gonna do that shit though. So whether he gets if he go in there and fight as hard, I'll get stopped in 3. I'm cool. But if he go in there and fight like Caleb Plant fought, and then asking Canelo, man, you think I'm good, right? I'm like, come on, bro. I ain't like that. That shit fucked up my whole thing about the whole fight. Yeah, that'd be a good fight. That's a big event. Yep, that's November 27th. I like that fight. Can't wait for that one too. Yeah, yep. I agree with that, D-Lo. He went for the belt after he released it, but yeah. So I thought Benavidez, he did what he had to do. I think he still maintained the position, and I don't know. I think he kind of created a mandate for the fight with Canelo. I think so. If Canelo take another fight at 68, it should be against Benavidez, in my opinion. But of course, I know how Canelo do his shit. You know what I'm saying? The biggest fight out there for Canelo is Triple G. So that's a fight he might take. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. But Benavidez, he set himself up with some, he can do some things, even if it's not Canelo next. Um, I have a feeling, just me, being me, I'm thinking with the WC around the corner, they about to franchise Canelo again, make him two-time two division franchise champion. And then they're gonna order Benavidez versus Darrell too for the regular title. That's why I see. I see that shit happening. It's a reason why you putting Darrell versus a 160 guy on Canelo's co-main event. Then you have Benavidez right behind that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know they hoping and wishing that Canelo picked them. I don't know. Canelo don't have to pick them. Like I said, Triple G is the biggest it's the biggest name and the biggest fight for him right now. Then he can, depending how Bivol look, because Bivol has a fight coming up in December. Um, so he may even try to choose that one, slide up to 75 and try to get that. So it's hard to kind of put a pinpoint on who Canelo gonna fight, but you can see what they doing on these undercards. Whenever you see PBC putting certain people on the undercard, You were like, why is he right here in this spot? What Darrell do coming off the Kyron Davis performance to get him this pay-per-view co-main event spot versus a guy that almost beat Kyron Davis. Like Hernandez went life and death with Kyron Davis. You know, that shit. I'm telling you, they they be trying to fool. They'll get the average fan. You'll be like, oh, Darrell is on the undercard. He had a highlight reel knockout. Yeah, 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 man, that's some good shit. But you don't think about why he there. That's why I think about why he in this spot. You feel me? He said no reason. Man, it sounds good, bro. But Canelo, I'm telling you, that's the biggest fight. That's the biggest fight, bro. And Canelo put himself in a position where he can like, all right, the zone. I did a one fight deal with PBC. They treated me well. They did X, Y, and Z. I love it over there. It's dope. They got opponents for me. I got 40 million off the rip plus backside. What y'all gonna do? And then you know how Eddie is, get overzealous with that bread and start, hey man, we'll give you this, this, and this. And you remember the zone, they trying to do pay-per-view now. Before they had Hustle Man telling everybody pay-per-view was dead and shit. Canelo and Hustle Man was telling people pay-per-view was dead. And now all of a sudden, he talking about they might have to go back to pay-per-view. If they go back to pay-per-view in the US, who you think they're gonna put on there? You know what I'm saying? They ain't putting Demetrius Andrade on that bitch. So that's why I say Canelo Triple G. That's a big fight, man. It's casual fans want to see that shit. What's up, AIs in the building? Franchise, yeah, I smell that shit too. You think Munguia we saw last night beat Triple G? I don't think so. Chenko show. No, I don't think so. I think he'll have some success, but I think with Triple G's punch placement would slow him down, would slow that work rate down if he go to the body. Triple G didn't go to the body against Canelo because Canelo was counter punching. But if he go to the body like he normally do, I think Triple G wins that fight. I just hate that Canelo waited to zero a bit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. All these fighters though, I don't give them. Canelo do what he do. He get his shit too. But a lot of these guys do messed up shit too. Zerto didn't enter the World Boxing Super Series. Then he turned down the tournament at 175. They had Joe Smith in there, Vlasov. It had the other kid from Canada, Alvarez. He turned that shit down. So, but I see what you're saying though, because Canelo gonna get a lot of the heat because he's the star and a lot of people, they think Canelo is up here. So, but everybody go through shit. Yeah, bro. I be saying, yeah, man. I be paying attention. Canelo going to the zone and fight John Ryder. He may, he may do that. I'm hearing John Ryder may get that Bivol fight December, but we'll see. But maybe hey, I wouldn't put it past it, bro. Convention Monday to Wednesday this week. I think it's gonna be big. Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. Stay tuned for that. There's gonna be a lot of mandatories and WBC business coming out this week. So if you guys in tune with that, you know what I'm saying, they might be ordering some fights. I'm pretty sure they're gonna order Fury versus White. Um, yeah, they already ordered some fights, but I think some more might be ordered. Canelo humiliates Triple G in the trilogy. He may, you know what I'm saying. I think that for the third fight, uh, this going off of history, it's gonna be the most brutal fight, but I think it's still gonna be competitive. The first two fights were competitive. You flip a coin. I thought Canelo lost the first one, won the second one. The third one might be a little bit more brutal because most trilogies are brutal. Fury Wilder, you know what I'm saying? Holyfield both. You know what I'm saying? Think about the trilogies that we seen. Even the Pacquiao versus Bradley. That trilogy, the trilogy fight, that was more brutal. It was more knockdowns than the first two fights. So we'll see. I want to see it actually. I wouldn't mind seeing it. It's a big fight. Eddie pays 50 mil for Canelo to he may do that. The zone ain't too happy. They made Triple G take a pay cut. Canelo could also start dropping. But yeah, he could do that. Yep, you're right. Morales might upset the old man. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? He coming off the a long layoff than like Triple G, so we'll see. So yeah, jab. Yeah, I like his jab. Triple G got a nice jab. Nice jab. He said on the remark about why we here QLJ's, yeah, big pimping. Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, Stormy. Zerlo worrying about making the 50. He got a fight coming up. Yanisi Gonzalez. He trying to face Bivol. That's a WA eliminator. I'm not even mad at Triple G3 because those guys kind of owed us on that fight. That's a good fight though. Like real talk though, as boxing fans, seeing them first two fights. Like, how can we be mad if not seeing the third fight? Like, real talk. The both of those fights was good as hell to me. I thought those fights was good and it was close. Like, I don't know. I know we don't like, we probably like tired of saying that shit because both of those are the most overhyped guys. I understand that. But far as pure and what they do in the ring, nah, man, bring that shit. That's a man. I forget. Yeah, he was out there selling no more pay per views and shit. Triple G too old now. I think he definitely passed it though, for sure. Yeah, he upped them price. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he upped the prices, bro. He got you. He got me too. Canelo also said no mess. Yeah, he did say that shit. Damn. Canelo can do a lot of things though. You know what I'm saying? He can do a lot of he can go a lot of different ways. He can bring up the 160 guys. He go on a world tour, fighting in UK. He can fight in Mexico. He do a lot of shit. Yeah, Virgil back. Yeah, I'm guessing January 22nd. That sounds like a good date. Any news about who he training with? I'm guessing Manny Robles. Yeah, let's throw that one out there. Manny Robles for Virgil Ortiz. Jose, yeah, he looked bad last night. Yeah, for sure. He looked bad. He look these these guys that fight Bud are never the same. You know what I'm saying? For the Bud detractors, they never the same. Go look at it. Go look at the resume. Go look at the guys he fought and what they did after. Felix Diaz lost his next fight. Postal, you know what I'm saying? He got dropped by like a prospect. We go on and on. You know what I'm saying? Khan, he beat Khan so bad. Khan went and fought a featherweight. I'm just saying. And it's Bud fight week too, so start getting y'all shit ready. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want look, disclaimer. I'm gonna be making my ways around. I call it the L Dubs car wash. I'm going to everybody's channel. I want to hear these breakdowns. If I hear a breakdown about well, Bud don't got I ain't he don't got the resume, and that's why I'm picking Porter. And I go back and look at your catalog, and you pick Caleb Plant to beat Canelo. You gonna have to send me a link. You gonna have to explain to me how you pick Plant to beat Canelo with that resume, and you're not gonna pick Bud to beat Porter. You're gonna have to explain to me. So if I hear that shit, pass it along. I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? L Dub Boxing, Car Wash, you know what I'm saying? We coming through. You know what I'm saying? We gonna check out this content. I'm gonna see if everybody on point with it. Or, you don't gotta agree with me, but I wanna make sure, you know what I'm saying, that everything's on up and up because I don't understand that logic. I heard that shit the other day. I'm picking Caleb Plant over Canelo, but you're not gonna pick Bud over Porter? That shit made me laugh. But this week it's fight mode. So we coming in, we asking for links. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be bogarting. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be working, educating. You know what I'm saying? If anything else pop off, it pop off. You know what I'm saying? That's how we rocking. Sometimes look, when we look now, I ain't no police or nothing like that. Nothing like that. I ain't no YouTube boxing, whatever. I ain't none of that shit. I'm not, right? But I feel like if you rocking, you got a channel and you've been doing this shit, and you know the ins and outs. Like you some of these takes, you gotta step your take game up. Like some of that shit be out of control. Like real talk. Now I'm low key. I'm low key in the game. Y'all know me. You know what I'm saying? Give all the knowledge and whatever. But some of this shit be crazy. And motherfuckers be having channels for like 5, 6, 7, 3, 4 years. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to tighten up our tape game. We have to get educated on what's really going on behind the scenes. If you want to speak on it, you gotta make sure you 100. Because there's people like me that be doing research behind the scenes, and I be hearing shit. And I'm like, where they get that shit from? Because this ain't true when it's coming from the horse's mouth that I'm getting it from. You know what I'm saying? On some other shit, right? So we just gotta step it up. 2022, we gotta step that shit up, bro. You know what I'm saying? We on this shit every day faithfully, rocking with this YouTube boxing, bringing our content in our own style. You feel me? I ain't knocking nobody. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Keep it coming. But some of the shit, if you don't know, man, take an alibi. Yo, but I don't know, bro. I don't know what's going on. So, all right, sidebar over, yo. We're gonna get back. I just had to put that out there. He said, hold on. I definitely watched the trilogy. Yeah, I like the trilogy. I think Hurd should get Breadman a try. I don't think so. I disagree, yo. I think Breadman done ran his course as a trainer. I'm just saying. Because look, yo, look what's going on with J Rock. He had him in, he didn't have him in. He had him in for a short count. He went out there, he didn't look good. Kyron Davis, he had Kyron Davis in count with Bud, you know what I'm saying, which is a good move. He gonna be learning. But then you know what I'm saying, he was cool with him taking a fight with Benavidez on short notice, even though he doing this thing. I don't think so, man. If I think Hurd needs somebody that's going like to me to try and teach her how to box and be a boxer right now, that shit not gonna work. I think he need to go to an offensive coach. I'm gonna go the other way because I seen him try to get with Coach K and try to box and he looked uncomfortable. Now I'd rather him go to Freddie Roach. You know what I'm saying? Go to who another offensive coach. Go to Mark Ramsey or somebody like that. I don't think like Breadman. That's too much of. I don't think he'll do a good job with him. I think it'd be more of the same. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I may be off, but who's your guess for his opponent? What's your opponent, yo? I think I got sidetracked. You talking about Benavidez? Um, I want the Canelo fight, but if it's not Canelo, I say Darrell too for that. You know what I'm saying? WBC if they franchise Canelo. I would love to see Jamal Charlo. That'd be dope. That'd be a good fight. But he said he don't want to fight at 68, so I don't know. Um, maybe Dave and Rail. If that's a good fight for Bill. Maybe Ben Videz can do that. I want Canelo to fight the Rail. Tell these guys to fight each other. Hey, but Benavidez stopped the Rail though, so I don't know. Like, would that make sense? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He can't fight the Rail. Go fight. Go for somebody said John Ryder. Go fight John Ryder. But Ryder Triple G stay inactive. Yeah, man. Yeah, because they supposed to fought in the summertime. They supposed to have tune-up fights. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's crazy. Porter bringing that gorilla, but let's get it, bro. Porter have an opportunity to win that fight. I got feeling Bud getting a stoppage. I don't know. He may. I don't know. We'll see. I got Bud being Porter. I didn't want to see the second fight because the first one disappointed me. The second pass off. Okay. The third. Yeah, the third fight be pretty good. I think Canelo could have an opportunity to stop him. Porter going 12. Yeah, Porter never been stopped. Yeah, I definitely see that. You know what I'm saying? Porter gonna come to fight. I don't see Bud running through him, but I see Bud beating him easier than all the other guys beat him. I don't see no like think about all the Porter losses was 1 or 2 rounds his way. He got the victory. I don't see it like that this fight. I think it's gonna be a clear decision victory. But we'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull up, man. Trill Hill in the building. What's good, bro? Salute. I have to pull up, man. Let them know. But nah, it's all good. I mess around. I probably forget about that shit. He said, Jose, yeah, super long layoff, 3 years. Yeah, man. He need to give it up. I mean, it's like how I look at this. The way he fought last night didn't tell me he can beat anybody at 154, like in the top 10. Like he not beating Lubin. Like that performance tells me he won't beat J Rock based off J Rock's last performance. Um, he ain't beating Castano, Charlo, Laura. He ain't beat none of them. Sebastian for Dora. He not be beating none of those guys. So if I feel like you're not beating those guys, then what is we doing this for? You feel me? Mobile car wash. Who your early guess for? Oh, Virgil opponent. Hmm. Interesting. I don't know. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see what type of moves he make at the WBC convention. He's number one now. I forgot who's number two. I think Mikey was number two. But I don't know if that shit came out after Mikey lost or before. If it came out before, you already know what time it is. Or what after, you know what time it was. Maybe they order Virgil versus Avanesian. He number three. That's a hell of a fight. You know what I'm saying? They got a common opponent with Mean Machine. Mean Machine stopped Avanesian. Avanesian been on the road since then. Virgil stopped Mean Machine. So maybe they do that. That's my guess. How you gonna explain this? I know, right? He said he needs Sugar Hill. Maybe. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Hurd to me, he's not gonna fix the defense. He don't want to fix the defense. So I don't know. He might have to retire, bro. Like real talk. Like if you're not gonna be that defensively responsible when you keep getting hit with the same overhand right hand by Luis Arias, that's doing it the same way. He ain't decoying that shit. He ain't he ain't hiding the fact that he doing it. He dipping down, throwing overhand right, round after round after round, and he's still getting hit with that shit. It might be time to go to the house. You know what I'm saying? Some of these takes, yeah, man, yeah, I understand, but yeah, so that's why we gotta make sure we gotta put it out there. So you saying this because you don't fuck with Bud, you don't mess with him, right? Okay, you don't mess with. Okay, now we got your point. But if you talking about a real breakdown, looking at the two fighters in the ring, and you want to take, I never seen Bud go like see this how I know it's about that emotional shit because I seen Bud down in a bunch of fights. He was down in the Lorme fight 2 rounds. What he do? He adjusted. He was down in Mean Machine fight. What he do? Adjusted. Now, do he start off slow? Yeah, he started off slow once he get trying to calculate some shit. So I expect Porter to kind of, take the lead on that. But then what happens when he adjusts? And that shit don't got nothing to do with the level of competition. He doing it in every fight. So you think he not? So the odds of him not adjusting against Porter versus adjusting against everybody else, he's not going to adjust against Porter because he ain't fought that level at 147. But he ain't going to adjust to him. But he can adjust to everybody else. Come on, man. Shit don't make no sense. It don't make no sense at all. He said, "What are these WBC conventions about? What they do there? I never understood that." So the convention is like they basically gather all the champions and old champions. They come to wherever. I think they have it in Cancun. They talk about the rules of the WBC. They talk about safety of the WBC, how they can make it better. They have like a referee seminar. Then they go into the rankings. So when they go to that's the most interesting day of the whole event. So they go through the rankings in each division, and then they have promoters, managers, fighters. They be there pleading their case. So let's say I'm an up and coming fighter. I'm 10-0, 10 knockouts. You know what I'm saying? I fight a heavyweight, of course. And instead of being ranked 25, I want to crack the top 15, but I want to fight for one of your regional belts. I go out there and take the podium and say, "Hey, Mauricio, I fought X, Y, Z. I've been active. I want to fight for one of your regional titles. Can you give me that opportunity?" He'll look around and say, "Do y'all?" He got like a board of governors. And look over there, ask them, "Y'all cool with it? Y'all cool? Y'all cool?" And somebody might be like, "No, I'm not cool with it. You need to work your way up." So he'll be like, "Boom, nope, you're not gonna get the opportunity, or you get the opportunity." So that's what they do. So it's a good way to go. It's a good event for up and coming fighters like, let's say you've been looking for a mandatory shot, you haven't get your mandatory. You go there, you try to push for it and ask for it and show face. That's what Sean Porter did. Remember, Sean Porter, after he beat Granados for a title eliminator on the undercard of Wilder versus Stavern 2, he didn't fight until he got the Danny Garcia fight. You know what I'm saying? He was waiting for the WC to order him versus Keith. Remember, he pulled up on Keith at the Danny and Rio's fight, that fight week, he pulled up on Keith. We never seen Porter calling people out, but he went to that convention. He got the stamp of approval, and next thing you know, he got what I'm saying, he got Danny. So long story short, you go there to try to boost your standing with the WBC if you try and go down that route. So that's the purpose of it for the most part. But it's a lot of other shit going on. They be playing volleyball and shit. I don't know. I thought J Rock left Breadman, you know more. Yeah, he left him. Then he came back to him. Like I don't like if he ain't doing something for you, why you come back to him on short notice? That's why I felt it was a disconnect. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he's a good coach because I like what he did for Kyron against Darrell, but I don't know about Hurd. Like I don't know about Hurd because you got to change his whole way of thinking because Hurd is better coming forward and walking you down and being, you know what I'm saying, Halloween Hurd instead of trying to be, you know, a boxer. Like it's not the same fighter. You know what I'm saying? Jose body language for yeah, he was fighting like he was in the streets. Sugar Hill Stewart, Tony Banks may be a better fit. They may be, you know, they'll make him more aggressive and refine his offensive talent. His defense, that dude ain't trying to play no defense. He said, "You think Ugas going to take stay on the y'all? I got that on the menu. I'm gonna get to that too. Yeah. I'm gonna talk about that, bro. Let me get through these comments for sure. Yeah, because that's coming up this week. I'm not sure Hurd is passionate in the sport. No, I don't think so either. What's up, Marlo's Corner? Salute. He said, but Jose in there with Fandor. Yo, that should be fun though, wouldn't it? That'd be fun. Fandor got a good fight coming up too against Sergio Garcia. Let's see. You're the most level-headed controller, not emotional. Bud fans, Bud fan. Now I understand what's going on behind the scenes, so I don't got a trip, but it's good. WC. Yeah, I was thinking about going to one of those conventions. I seen Dave Morrell. Yeah, he fighting December 18th versus Alantez Fox. Yep. They got another fight coming up on New Year's. Y'all gonna be surprised too who gonna headline that card. You know what I'm saying? The convention is the look behind the curtain. How box? Yep, it is. Yep. Yeah, they give out awards. Yep. A banquet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yep. Nice on it. Yeah, they got some. Yep, they probably have that in the back. You know what I'm saying? Some envelopes. Yep, that's what they give them out at, Renee. You know what I'm saying? Make this check to me. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you spell my name right. Yes, sir. That's why Pat Money. Yep. But yo, let me. Yeah. So Benavidez, we talked about him, man. Good performance, fun night. Real quick before I get to that WC, I just want to take a quick pause, you know what I'm saying, since we midway through November and just recap what we seen. November has been a good month. Starting on well, of course Canelo. We already seen what he did, undisputed, you know what I'm saying, he doing this thing. Then that female fight, Michaela Mayer versus Hamadouche. That was crazy. That was a crazy fight. And that meant a lot, you know what I'm saying, at 130, and then what we seen yesterday with Baumgartner and Terry Harper. Darrell had that highlight reel knockout, you know what I'm saying? So that's on there. Jaime Munguia versus Gabe Rosado. That's one of the best fights that we've seen this month and probably in the last couple of months. Good fight. Kiko with the knockout with the upset victory. Both Kiko and Alicia with the upset victory. So far, 2 weeks into November, you know what I'm saying? It's been nice, real nice for boxing fans. So of course, I'm over here cheesing, happy as hell because I love boxing. And then it ain't done. We got Bud and Porter next week. How can that be a bad fight, right? We got Fulton versus Figueroa. We got Demetrius Andre coming up. That fight that he have ain't really like too much to talk about, but that other card is pretty decent. So then we got Teofimo versus Cambosa. So the saga continues. So I just want to touch up, just recap November real quick. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it finish all strong. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna touch on this WBA situation. Then we're gonna head up out of here. Salute to everybody coming to the building. For sure. Trey X in the building. What's good, bro? Salute. Yeah, recap time. You know what I'm saying? Recap for sure. He said McGill versus there was some featherweights back in the day. That was a good fight though. Mayer versus Hamadouche. That was a good fight. Someone interviewed Lantes the other day. Maybe Supreme Beast Boxing had him on. I think it was Supreme Beast had him. Jared Hurd and Tony Harrison are going through it. A really tough time right now. I feel bad for them personally. Man, I seen Tony Harrison with Alicia Baumgartner last night, jumping around in the ring and shit. He look alright with me. I don't know, maybe I don't know. I don't know that personal, but he looked hyped up when she knocked the old girl out though. You know what I'm saying? Oh, bantamweights. Okay, I see it. Butev, bantamweights. I'm gonna touch on that. Butev. So the WC ordered this tournament, and they ordered like in September. Then October they confirmed that Ugas got to fight Standing Jonas. So we seen Butev versus James. He stopped him in the ninth round. That was a pretty decent fight, and so he gonna get the winner. He supposed to get the winner. So Ugas and Standing Jonas had 30 days from what October the 19th, October the 20th. That's this week. You know what I'm saying? So they're supposed to come up with a deal. If they don't, they're gonna hit the purse bid. Then they're gonna get pushed back again. So it's interesting. That's why I want to talk about it because what do Ugas do? Do he just drop the belt and bounce and say, "I'm gonna fight Spence to hell with your belt," or do he stay in the tournament and fight Standing Jonas? It was a fight he should be favoring in, and a fight he should win, and move on to face Butev. I don't know. He been doing a lot of complaining and crying and shit. We're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I say go fight Spence. Like fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Drop the belt. Let them guys squabble over it. If guys pull out the tournament, then the next guy up is Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz is number two. Now maybe Virgil Ortiz got his own route. I know he's number one in the WBC, and I touched on that. Maybe he might be at the WBC convention trying to, get a mandatory or something else or whatever he's trying to do. Then you got Boost, he's number four. So Boost may slide into that spot where Ugas has and fight Standing on. So it's kind of interesting, man, to see how that shit worked. Because Boots, he was unranked by the WBC, WBA for a long ass time. And then right before his fight, he came in number five. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? We know everybody know who Boots are. So to me, it was like, damn, WBA. Everybody know who Boots is, right? We know what he's doing, but y'all don't. Y'all don't have him ranked. But then all of a sudden, he fights on the same card as James and Butev. Now he's number five. So my guess was they did that just in case one of those guys pulled out the fight and Boots would have been a replacement. That's just my logic. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what Ugas gonna do. If he gonna, what I'm saying, keep fighting for the cause and be like, I'm gonna drop my belt, or they come up with a deal. And another twist with that shit, let me see. We'll go back to the chat. Is that folks are talking about Mayor versus, yeah, that's a good fight. Not sure if it happens next, but I like to see that. He said Tony lost his pops. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I saw that, but losing. Yeah, I understand. I understand that for sure. I ain't diminishing that, but that's crazy. I don't know what these guys go through, so I can't say, but I can imagine for sure. So I'm rocking with that. He said, yeah, he did. I mean, far as the rounds, not far as the punishment he took. I say that reason why I even doubled down on my prediction, third round TKO or KO, was because I say that somebody sent me a stat. They said Kyron Davis get hit with 46% of his power shots, and David Benavidez he lands 47% of his power shots. So I was like, shit, I'm sticking with third round. But when you make these predictions, sometimes you can't judge the heart, you can't judge the dog in these guys and shit. Because if that was on the stat line and on the what we see on TV all the time, shit, I might have to start throwing that in some of these predictions. But yeah, he did. He did for sure. You know what I'm saying? It was a couple of shots that he almost clipped Benavidez with. You know what I'm saying, on the counter. And I thought if he would have probably connected with that, it might be some problems. But he did. I think he did well. I would like to see him at his natural weight at 160. You know what I'm saying? They might want to take him down to two, let him get his confidence back. But I thought he fought well, and I thought to me, that's like an indicator of how he was doing in camp with Bud before he got the call. Because the way he fought, he didn't fight like he was just there, get my paycheck, I'm out. You feel me? He fought like, listen, I got a game plan. We're gonna see if it's gonna work. If it don't work, then it is what it is. But we got a little game plan and we're gonna try to win. And he just didn't have enough that night. But that tells me maybe he was in camp doing some good things for Bud because Bud needed that. That Kyron Davis that fought last night that was fighting hard like that, he need that in camp. You know what I'm saying, for the Porter camp. So I was when I was watching, I was thinking like, damn, that may be an indicator because for him to be so confident to take a fight like Benavidez on 2 weeks' notice, he had to been feeling really good about himself. And he came in at 67. His last fight he missed weight. You know what I'm saying, he missed weight. You know what I'm saying. So yeah, he has seated. Salute to him on that for sure. He said the zone said Jaime and King Gabe. Yeah, people be jumping the gun. I think look, it probably can go with Fury and Wilder 3. You know what I'm saying? As the fight of the year because we ain't never seen no heavyweight fight like that with all them knockdowns and shit. Um, I can make a great case for Estrada versus Chocolatito 2. I can make a great case for that. Ebbs and flows, very competitive. It was a point when I was at the Wilder and Fury fight. It was a point in that fight after the fifth or sixth round. It was kind of like, okay, damn, Fury taking over, man. Damn, you feel me? That's how I was feeling. But I think it was like at the end of some of those rounds, Wilder was like he hit him with a shot and looked like he may have buzzed him or something. It's just the event. The event was so big, then what I'm saying, I think that one will probably win it. You know what I'm saying? But the Estrada Chocolatito fight, ebbs and flows, back and forth, punches and bunches. Those guys were getting to it, and those were two elite fighters. So yeah, that fight was good though, Gabe and Magia. Yeah, that was a good fight though. I ain't mad at it. Ugas been complaining. Yeah, let's see what he do though. You know what I'm saying? I think Stan Jones has action. Ugas is getting up in that age. Yeah, he like 35. Stan Jones he's from Lithuania. Yeah, he came after Mean Machine. So yeah, that's a good fight though. I like Ugas in that fight though. I think Ugas beat him, but we'll see. That's why it's for all that stuff he talked, man. We'll see if he actually, what I'm saying, go through with it. But so that's supposed to be the 20th when the deadline. So we might be hearing something about that. Fight week of Bud versus Porter. So that's what it is. Let me go through these comments for sure. He said, I appreciate everybody coming to the building for real. I think Stan Jones beat Ugas. Okay. Okay. Maybe. I like Ugas. If Ugas dropped the belt, he is much less attractive to these guys. I mean, yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. He is, but then he ain't, because he beat Pacquiao. And he didn't just beat him; he dominated him. So, in the eyes of the fans, like you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I see that because guys they want it's about the belt with some of these guys. So yeah, I feel what you're saying. Yeah, he said he said, "Oh, let me get to this." He said, "Hopefully, Alicia motivates Tony." Yeah, I like Tony Harrison though, man. He cool. He cool, man. He can fight. He got to bounce back though. He said, "Who has Porter been sparring?" Shit, Porter been sparring some of everybody. I think he had some couple rounds with Tank, um, Maurice Lee. Damn, it was somebody else. Some of those young cats, Malik Montgomery, the kid Austin kid. So he had to mix it up. He got to have some southpaws and some right handers. So I don't think he didn't get he was I know he said something about boots, but nah, he don't want that in there. Oh, maybe he do. Andre Durrell said something about him. So let's see. I said a lot of it. Hold on, let me get to it. I said a lot of improvements in Munguia. Me too. I like his jab. He's a good offensive fighter. I want to see him tighten up that defense, but yeah, Munguia improved a lot though. Definitely ain't no prospect with no belt. I think he got a legit shot with these champions. Infinici in the building. What's good, bro? Salute. Salute to you. What's up? Gil Cole's in the building. What's good, Gil Cole? Salute. Yes, sir. Yeah, so that's what it is, man. this week I'm gonna do a live probably tomorrow. We're breaking down these fights this weekend. Of course, we got Bud versus Porter, big time fight. You know what I'm saying? Looking forward to that. The undercard, is all right. You got some middleweight contenders on there that I'm interested in. Janabek is on that card. He's facing off against Endom. He's like number two in the WBO, so he fighting like the same schedule as Demetrius Andre, who's fighting the night prior. And then you got Fakal. He's fighting for IBF Eliminator. Dalbay versus Christopher Diaz on Buzz undercard. That's gonna be a good ass fight. That might be one of the best fights of the weekend. Andre Card, he got a good undercard. His fight I'm not really into like that, but I think he'll beat Jason Quigley pretty soundly. Um, MJ is supposed to face Running Rios, but Running Rios he had to pull out, so he's facing a guy from Chile. So it's a fight he should win. Um, oh, you got JC Martinez coming back, the with the flyweight champion, WBC flyweight champion. He's facing off against a McWilliams Arroyo who can punch, so that should be a good matchup. Then you got females fight Kaylee Reese versus Jessica Kamara. So it's a pretty good weekend of boxing too, Friday and Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with it, but I'm gonna break down all that shit tomorrow for sure. Let me see. He said, what do you think about Blair Fair Cobbs?" I mean, every time I watch him talking and shit, I be laughing and shit. He entertaining. He can fight a little bit. He aggressive. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. He kind of like in the middle. He probably like in the back half of that welterweight. I don't think he beat none of the top guys, but I would like to see him get an opportunity. Like when I seen him confront Boots, I was like, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Why not make that fight? Because I see Boots. They say Boots. Nobody want to fight Boots. They say Bud don't want to fight him. Spencer don't want to fight him. Porter don't want to fight him. Keith don't know who he is. So you got a man confront you in front of your people. Dolo. He ain't have nobody with him, and he asked for a fight. Now he a wrestler. Now he this. See, I don't get that shit, yo. Cause Boots, if he going down the route he's really going, he got like two or three more fights before he get a world title. He got that anyway. So if you got two or three more fights, why you can't fight the guy that just called you out, whether you gonna wash him or not? Because he just fought Delorme. You feel me? So you can't tell me uh, Blair Cobbs versus Delorme is not a good fight, a 50-50 fight right now in those stages of those guys' career. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying fight him, but I know the politics, I know the business of boxing. I understand. They probably Boots may get a IBF eliminator or IBF interim title fight with Quadratilo, depending on what happens with. Also, it's a domino effect. So if Ugas drop the belt and go fight Spence, then it kind of um, maybe it kind of it's a domino effect. Kind of speeds up the process or maybe slow it down. If he do stay in the tournament, so that means Spence gonna have one or two options. The IBF mandatory is past due. His last IBF defense was Ocampo June 2018. So maybe Spence roll into that, especially coming off the eye injury. It don't have to be pay per view. It can be on Fox or he can do a pay per view and stack the undercard. Either way, I can see Spence doing that. Um, I can see that's probably the only fight I can see him do or moving to 54 and fighting Castano. I don't see I don't say he gonna fight Porter and Bud next. Not that soon either. And definitely if it's Bud, I don't see that fight happen. That's a fantasy fight. Porter, yeah, if Porter win, I can see that fight being next, but not in February when Spence trying to come back. So if Spence come back, I like to see Spence fight the IBF mandatory like in February when he projected to come back. You know what I'm saying? Get out the way. And then that may set him up to fight three times a year. That's why I always feel, man, the best fighters should be fighting at least 3 to 4 times a year. You know what I'm saying? It's good for them. They stand active. And it's good for the fans because we're going to always see the best fighters fight. But that's just me thinking. So I don't know. But yeah, I like Blair Cobbs. He bring a lot of shit to the to the table. Who is this guy they got Boo Boo fighting? That's Jason Quigley. I think he got one defeat. Terry Johnson stops him. He fought on Haney undercard in May against Linares. He fought Sugar Shane Mosley Jr. He fought his son. He fought Sugar Shane's son. That was a close fight. You know what I'm saying? This a fight. This is another one of those fights where Andre he gonna win pretty easily if he, you know what I'm saying, stay focused and stuff like that. He should probably beat this guy easily. 12 rounds of zip or stop him late, some shit like that. Haplotype in the building. What's good, bro? Christopher Diaz who fought Shakur. Yep, same one. Yep. That's gonna be a pretty good fight. He coming off a loss to Navarrete. But him and Dalby, that's a sink or swim fight. I have Cool Boy Steph. Yeah, that one coming up. Raíz Salim is on that card. You got Gary Antonio Russell on that card. Yep, November 27th. I'm looking forward to that one. He called him out. He came up to him. So give him that fight. Quigley, yeah, that's a nice amateur record. Um, he made me respect him a little bit. Yeah, Quigley, I think he a little bit too upright. He too upright for Andre. Andre be dipping down, throwing those looping shots. You know, Andre be showing he got power early. I think he dropped his last shit. He been dropping everybody at 160. Everybody he faced. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. That's a fight he should win. Yeah, Matt Renoff. Yes, he got a good fight coming up. He's fighting Michelle Soro for the WA final eliminator for Jamel Charlo. That's coming up in December. I think that's gonna be in Uzbekistan. That's a good ass fight right there. We're gonna see what time it is with Matt Renoff because Soro can fight. He the dark horse at 154. He gave Castano a hell of a fight. Um, Back in the day, he stopped Tapia and he fought Antoine Douglas on Showbox. Yeah, I think he trained with Abel Sanchez, Soro. That's probably a 50-50 fight. I like it. 4 times a year. Yeah, that's nice. You know what I'm saying? Makes sense. Get your mentor out the way and yeah, Jason Quigley. Jason Quigley, I mean, he can fight. He's just a little bit too upright to me for Andre, but he gonna come. We think about Bud's next move when he get through Porter. I think I think Bud would probably if I'm being honest, I think maybe Josh Taylor. That'd be a big time fight. Maybe Virgil Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Maybe Boots. Those would be my three. Those three right there. If Jose Ramirez looked like spectacular versus Jose Zepeda, that's a fight I can see happening. So maybe four. Taylor fight got pushed back, so not sure if that fight happens. Maybe that fight happen in the summer. But yeah, those names right there. Taylor, Ortiz, Boots, and Jose Ramirez. Renoff, 54. Yeah, he's at 154. Yep. Yep. He about to fight. Yep. WBA. They got him ranked high. Soro. Yeah, that's a good fight, man. I'm waiting for that date should be coming up pretty soon. They said December. I'm not sure what day in December. If I had to guess, it might be like the back half. I don't know. We gotta see. Virgil Ortiz on the Reynoso would help him improve. I think it will. I think it'll help him. I'm not sure if he going to him, but I think it'll help him. I think that was a great move. I don't think he with him though. I think he like doing what AJ did. You know, AJ came out here and was going different camps and stuff like that. I think actually, if I had to pick one, I wouldn't say Reynoso. I'd say Manny Robles. That's who I pick for Virgil Ortiz. Manny Robles. You know what I'm saying? That's my pick, but I could be off too. But yeah, man, I appreciate everything. Everybody coming through the building, man. The comments was fire, yo. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I love that shit. Asking me questions and stuff like that. So a temporary move. Yeah, I don't know what I don't know. I gotta see what Virgil Ortiz do. But yeah, this shit was fun, man. Yeah, continue to check me out, man. For sure, I'm gonna drop some tomorrow, break down these fights and just chop it up about these upcoming fights and whatever else comes up. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to hit me behind the scenes though. If y'all guys got any questions and shit. If y'all, whatever, feel free because I be remembering a lot of shit. This shit just be popping in my head. You know what I'm saying? So if you got something, any fighter or fight that you forgot to ask me on here, you can hit me behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? My Twitter, scrolling across at OverJ. Hit me up on there or IG L Dubs Boxing. Either way, bro. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys, y'all support coming through. You know what I'm saying? Just get me through. You know what I'm saying? For sure. It's like my therapy. So I appreciate it for sure. That's my time right there. And I'm out.